Hello everyone, welcome to SwitchUp as we once again have a look at some of the games coming out for the Switch in this upcoming week. In terms of dates, we'll be going from the 4th of June up until the 10th, and we'll first have a look at a couple of games that may have missed one of these videos for whatever reason over the last couple of weeks, before moving on to the games coming out for the week in hand. So which games are coming out for the Switch this week? Well, let's find out. Let's start by looking at a few games that are already out there but missed one of these videos, and the first is Pac-Man Museum Plus Month 1 Edition. The original Pac-Man Museum released in 2014, and this Plus edition contains 14 Pac-Man titles ranging from the original arcade classic to Tetris-like puzzler Pac Attack and more recent titles such as Pac-Man Championship Edition and Pac-Man 256. The Month 1 moniker in the title refers to a bonus for downloading before the 26th of June, where you'll receive 5 figures for your in-game virtual arcade. It costs £17.99 or your regional equivalent. Another game that's already out is Tokoyo, The Tower of Perpetuity. This is a roguelite action game set in a constantly changing tower full of fiendish monsters and deadly traps. The blurb explains that the tower in the game is automatically generated every 24 real-world hours by the game's servers, allowing players to take on a dungeon for one day only before it changes completely. You'll be competing with others from around the world, and you'll see the failed attempts of others by way of their gravestones appearing in your game. It costs just £8.99, and I must say I do really like the vibrant pixel art. As I said, it's out now if you are interested. And finally, for those games already out, is QUByte Classics Gym Power The Lost Dimension. This is the third of the QUByte Classics branded releases on the Switch after The Humans and The Immortal, and they are old games released in collaboration with Pico. This game first released on the Super Nintendo in North America in 1993, and whilst a Sega Mega Drive version was in the works, it was cancelled at the time before finally being released in 2021 by Pico. Pico have been releasing a few games that were unfinished or unreleased back in the day. I've played a few of these on their Evercade collection, and it's an interesting decision to release them in this way on the Switch. It costs £6.99 or your regional equivalent. Let's move on to the games coming out this week now, and we'll begin with a big name from the past in Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, The Sith Lords. This first released back in 2004 and is the sequel to Knights of the Old Republic, another very highly regarded game and another one that's also on the Switch these days. This is a standalone sequel based around the Republic turning to a lone Jedi in exile as their only hope, having been hunted to the edge of extinction by the Sith Lords. Again, you'll be choosing your pathway, making difficult choices that aren't always clear cut, and each decision will have an impact on the story. You can choose from 3 classes of Jedi, each with access to different Force powers, and customise your characters with unique skills and abilities. It releases on the 8th of June for £12.59 or your regional equivalent.
In you, we saw the end of the Force.
And now, they shall see what you have become.
Then there is Even If Tempest. Set in a world where witch trials and witch hunts are commonplace, a tragedy occurs as heroine Anastasia throws herself to the flames to save those she loves. The blurb is quite story heavy, but it does mention that gameplay takes 2 forms, being investigation segments where you'll be searching for culprits that have been swayed by the witch's sweet temptations, and trials where difficult decisions will be needed. It does sound quite interesting, but it doesn't give enough information about exactly how the game plays to sway me one way or the other, plus there is no trailer on the eShop, which is a shame. Hopefully I have found a trailer to give you a bit more context, as it's selling for a high price of £40.99 when it comes out on the 8th. Next we have Spacewing War, which is a retro styled shoot 'em up published by East Asia Soft. It promises a variety of unique shot types and massive bosses to take down, and it's presented with a 4-tone pixel art style which can be further customised with 40 colour palettes. There are 7 levels to navigate, power-ups to experiment with, and secrets to discover along the way. It will cost £6.29 and also releases on the 8th. Then there's Mini Gardens, which is a cheap and cheerful puzzle game which appears to revolve around the idea of connecting a number of water sprinklers in order to water a garden. I have a real soft spot for any puzzle game which uses the pipe mania formula of needing to connect something together in order to solve a puzzle. I don't know if this includes any pressure in terms of having to connect the hoses in time, or whether it's just laid back. It certainly gives off a laid back vibe judging by the trailer, but at just a couple of pounds I'll probably pick it up and find out for myself. There are 50 puzzles, a range of puzzle grid sizes, and 15 different environments to play through. A Nintendo published game next is Mario Strikers Battle League Football. This is the first game in the Mario Strikers series since the Wii, if memory serves me right, so you're looking at a good 15 years ago now, and this newest entry looks as if it's going to bring back that same frantic and over the top gameplay from the previous two entries. It's five-a-side football with special shots, items and hyper strikes that earn you 2 goals in one, and I'm sure it will be just as much zany fun as before. I like my football games to contain a bit more realism, but I haven't ruled out picking this one up at some point in the future for a bit of multiplayer fun, and it does include both local and online modes, which is good to see. It's selling for that standard Nintendo price of £49.99, which I always think is a bit too much for these sports spin-offs, but what do I know? Anyway, it's out on the 10th.
Stop your opponents in their cleats with items. The controls are simple, so get a team together and let the games begin. But first, here are some battle-tested striker strategies. A team that tackles...
The penultimate game for the week is Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba. This is published by Sega and is a 3D fighting game based on the popular anime series of the same name. You'll be reliving moments from the Demon Slayer anime through the eyes of its protagonist, and you can also choose from a roster of 24 characters, both protagonists and demons alike, in the game's versus mode. It's going to cost £49.99 and it releases on the 10th, and the blurb does make mention of some pre-order bonuses that are available if you are interested. Full details are on the eShop. And finally for the week we have Metal Max Xeno Reborn. This is a series that goes way back, actually further than I realised, with the first entry being made in collaboration with Data East and releasing in 1991. They are turn-based vehicle combat RPGs, and this newest entry will have you traversing the deadly ruins of Tokoyo Bay, which is teeming with mechanical beasts. It goes on to say that going it alone is dangerous and finding survivors to add to your party is your best chance of survival. I think this is a remake of Metal Max Xeno, hence the Reborn subtitle, and Xeno first came out in 2018. This one will cost you £44.99 and it also releases on the 10th. So there you have it, another week of Nintendo Switch releases. I must say, after a very dry May, June is looking much better already. This is a decent week, but then even the next couple of weeks coming, there are some very good games on the horizon. Do let us know if you're picking any of these games up, stick it in the comments section below. Don't forget, if you are looking for eShop credit, you can get eShop cards from our website, SwitchUp.gg. If you do purchase them this way, it does help the channel out, which is very much appreciated. A quick thank you to our Patreons as well for your continued support, and to each and every one of you for watching our videos. Take care, and until next time, happy gaming.